What's happening, guys, and welcome back to our channel. Among the band 5 Seconds of Summer, or 5SOS, there are undoubtedly many closely held secrets, but there's one that lasted for an entire year. In this video, we're discussing the fact that 5SOS's Michael Clifford got secretly married. Number 6, private ceremony.
It was wonderful. It was great. We didn't do much, and you know what? This is actually the first time that
the pandemic has affected plans for a lot of people. From canceled events to missed opportunities, there are a lot of people who have had to change their plans in one way or another to achieve what they wanted. This was also the case with the 5 Seconds of Summer band member Michael Clifford. He has recently revealed to the world that he got married at a private ceremony around a year ago. He said he couldn't wait any longer to marry the love of his life, who is Crystal Lee. But even though this was a private ceremony, he made sure to include some of the people that were closest to him. Number 5, involvement of band members.
I found the Joan Jett Melody Maker. I don't know what happened, but I looked at it and I was like, holy crap, this is like...
One of the loveliest things that was revealed alongside this news was the fact that Michael invited his band members to a small wedding ceremony as well. Although this was an obvious decision in hindsight, it's still great to hear that he thought of his bandmates as his family and chose to invite them on such a private occasion. The 4 of them have been very successful in their time working with one another, and they also recently celebrated their 10-year anniversary together. This just goes to show that even after a decade of being band members, they're still very close to one another as they were at the beginning. Number 4, delayed plans.
I wanna hold your hair when you drink too much.
There were many beautiful things about the wedding that took place between Michael and Crystal, and one among them stands out. They revealed that the 2 of them tied the knot on the 11th of January 2021. They had initially planned on holding their wedding in Bali, but when the pandemic didn't show any signs of tapering off, they decided to cancel the event. But the loveliest thing about this whole saga was the fact that they still married each other on that date. The reason why they did is because it was on that date a few years ago that the 2 of them had met one another. This is why the 2 of them couldn't wait any longer to marry one another. This is surely one of the best news that has come out during the pandemic. Number 3, big ceremony planned.
Michael, you've had to postpone your wedding a couple of times because your parents couldn't get over to the US courtesy of the pandemic.
Even though the 2 of them tied the knot and signed the papers at a private event, there might be some people within their circles who would have minded the fact that they weren't invited to it. Well, there is good news for those people, because along with all the news about them being married to one another, they also revealed that they're still planning a big wedding ceremony. They haven't made any particular details available as of yet, but they're still saying that they will probably wait for the pandemic to be over until they hold such an event, declaring their love for one another at 2 separate ceremonies. Now, isn't that romantic? Number 2, officiant at the wedding.
We're moving it again. It's back another year.
I've got the suit picked out already and everything.
Even though Michael and Crystal married at a small ceremony, they sure made it memorable for them. For one thing, they invited one of their close friends and fellow person who was also part of a band, Brian Dales. If you didn't know, he was the lead vocalist of the band The Somerset. Not only did the couple invite him to their wedding, they also ended up making him their officiant. He's the one that got both of them married, and it was such a nice gesture for Michael that he had to return it in some way. This is why he wrote an entire song just for the 2 of them. That has to be one of the best gifts that anyone could ever give. Number 1, experiencing everything. Another little tidbit that was dropped with all this news was that one of the reasons why they're going to have another ceremony is not only to recite their vows in front of a crowd, but it was also due to their parents. Michael said that both he and his wife were the only children of their family, meaning they both had no brothers or even sisters. So it was important for them that their parents get to experience one of the most important events of their lives. This is such a nice way of thinking, and it just goes to show the kind-hearted nature of both Michael and Crystal. These were some details regarding Michael and Crystal being secretly married. It's clear that the 2 of them are very much in love with one another, and here's hoping that it lasts forever. This brings us to the end of our video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and do remember to hit that bell so you don't miss out on future videos going forward. If you enjoyed the content, then do let us know by smashing that like button. Until next time, take care and goodbye.